Hello, you stonkingly gorgeous people. Today I'm talking about soulless people, and I want to know your opinion. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So this last few weeks, I've noticed something really weird. It's been longer than that, but just the last few weeks. When I go out on the road, it's like madness. I don't know what's going on, but like I see people doing really dangerous things, driving in erratic fashions. Then I go into shopping centres, go into shops, and the people who serve me are the most miserable, soulless. They don't even look you in the eye. They're like not there. And I just see this lack of happiness, smiling, laughter. I can't remember the last time that I walked past a group of people and they were all laughing their heads off. Can't remember that. And I was commenting on that to my wife, and I was saying, what do you think? What's going on? She said, I don't know, but everybody's miserable as shit. That wasn't her words. She doesn't talk like that. I do. But all right, miserable as fuck. And I was thinking about it and I thought, I think I understand where they are. I understand what's going on. The driving, that's something new, but I understand what's going on. Because we are awake, whatever that might mean to you, and whatever it might mean to me. I don't know what that means, but it means moving toward some bigger truth, I suppose. That's the what I would call it. So we see what's going on in the world, but we have somewhere to put it. We have a reference. We say, look what's happening because of what's behind it. Yeah. So we've done the research. We understand, even though it's not good what's happening, we understand it. We understand what's going on, and we understand why to a certain degree. The issue with people who are, so in that way, we're very privileged, by the way. We're very privileged to be awake. We are the lucky ones. And the sense I get is there's a reason why we're awake and others aren't. Why is that? Why have we been chosen, if that's the case, to be awake when others haven't? Why? Is it because we're super special or super intelligent? I don't think so. I don't think intelligence has anything to do with it. Personally, what I think is that we wrote that into our contract. At this point, I want to wake up and I'm going to start to do different things. Okay? And I'm sure everybody's got their waking up point written into their contract at some point. So, we're the privileged ones, but they're not. What have they got? What have they got? They've got doom and gloom. They've got people telling them that the earth's going to burst into a ball of fire in the next 20 years. They can see that we're on the precipice of a third world war. They can see that the politicians, although they're trying their very best, they just can't fix anything. Everything's going to shit. And they don't know why. And they don't have anywhere to put that upset, that disappointment. They've got nowhere to put that. And so they carry it around with them. And so it's no wonder that people seem soulless. It's no wonder that people seem like depressed as fuck. Because they've got nothing. They've got no hope. The emissaries came to me 4 years ago, and maybe 5 years ago now, God knows. And they said, we have got a message of great hope for everybody. Great hope. Why did they specifically come with a message of hope? Because that's what we needed. And especially 5 years ago, we needed hope. These people don't have any hope. At least we've got hope. And they might say, well, it's false hope. No, there's no such thing as false hope in my book. There's hope or hopeless. Have you got hope? It's like faith. There's no such thing as false faith, because faith doesn't have to be built on anything except faith. It's like, I've got faith that we're going to get through this. Well, show me the proof. Well, I haven't got any proof. I've just got faith. It's the same with hope. Show me the proof. Well, I haven't. I've just got hope that it's going to get better. Why? Because, personally for me, the emissaries coming to me completely changed my life. And I've always been a positive person. I've always been an optimist. Always. Sometimes too much of an optimist. But I would rather err on the side of optimism than err on the side of depression and shithouse emotions. So I've always been like that. But when they came, they gave me this. I thought, wow, there is something beyond this. And that doesn't mean I don't doubt it sometimes. Sometimes I think, I'm just making this up. I think so. I tell the emissaries, sometimes I think, am I just making this up? And they say, well, what do you think? What do you think? Well, I don't know. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And yet they still keep coming. Yeah, and they keep giving me these messages. And it's always of hope. And that's because that's what we have that they don't. And that's why if you get together with people who are awake, depending on where they are on the journey, right? Depending on where they are. If you catch them early doors, as we say, catch them early doors, they're a little bit angry. They're a little bit kind of vociferous. They're a little bit sort of aggressive in their stance. And they do tend to piss people off a bit. But then when you get them a little bit later on, beautiful, full of hope, full of kind of faith and all of the nice things. All right, just wants to get rid of wants to get over the loss bit of what? Everything was a lie? How dare they? And you get to that. Beautiful, lovely to talk to. But then, I'll talk to people who are completely asleep and they talk about the state of the world and the crying. And I cry when I see some stuff happening, and I know probably lots of you do, it's that compassion, that sadness for the world, for what's happening. But I think they're crying for themselves. They're crying because of the sense that why on earth is this happening? And there's nothing that can stop it, So, I don't know. It doesn't make, where we are, it doesn't make everything better. It doesn't mean that we go, oh, what, the Third World War, yeah, let's have a drink, have a coffee. That's not how we are. But it's when you've got that glimmer of hope, when you've got that glimmer that, hey, this is going to get better. This is going to be okay. It might be bumpy, but it's going to be okay. Man, thank God that I've got that. And thank God that you have too. Because I wouldn't want to be where they are, in that soulless, bottomless pit of nothingness, which is what they've got. No wonder the Bible refers to it as Hades, hell. That's where I see them, in this figurative hell of nothing, without hope. So, keep building up your hope and keep away from the mad drivers on the road, because they are crazy. I love you all, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.